Hello everyone and welcome back to European Universalis 4, playing as the Mamluks. Now, as you may see, or may have noticed, I have been playing a few years because there was nothing very interesting going on. I am going to bring it back up to speed. Austria was in a war with the Ottomans and lost only one province, fortunately. He was called to arms by Epirus, so I couldn't join, and the Ottomans were not beaten to submission enough for me to be confident enough to beat them. Castile has taken a big chunk out of Tlemcen, so that's something to be wary of, and they are currently going to conquer Tunis. Now I hope that they do not take too much out of that. I am honestly a bit scared out of Castile, and that's probably going to be me needing a march maybe in Jerid. I am not quite sure about that, and I have started annexing Hejaz. Now sadly Yemen is not quite yet ready for vassalization. They are in a war and probably going to conquer Rasid. We'll see just how this is going to turn out. Now there's one thing I wanted to do. I wanted to go and actually promote the Bedouin culture, considering that I am soon going to annex Hejaz, so we'll see. I have a feeling that I am not aggressive enough in this game to be actually able to oppose the Ottomans, so what better way is there to do than actually declare war? And the next target for me is going to be Ak-Koyunlu, and depending on how this war turns out, Mzab or Tunis again, and of course Alodia and Ethiopia, or even Yemen, depending on if they are willing to be vassalized or not. So let's just go ahead. It's just these two allies. They do not really matter. Let's take Raqqa and let's get this war on the way. You just march right through to his capital, leaving 2 soldiers in Urfa, and you're just going to stay back. Actually, also you're just going to send 2 units to Raqqa. Now let's see just if this war is going to go in my favor. I don't see a reason for it not to though, so oops, Golden Era in Portugal, okay. I think this is going to be a quick war, depending on how much the Great Horde is going to participate in this war. Is there enough supply? Yes, there is. Okay, you go on and consolidate, please. You go to Malatia, just in case. Though I could have gone a bit shorter way. Oh well. Great. All Syrian provinces gain -10 unrest and 10 production. Very nice. Let's just increase that. Now I see I can embrace an institution for 700 ducats. That's not what I'm going to do right now. I wanted to keep also some money for the natural harbor. We'll see about that, what I'm going to do when this war is over. Now there's the Great Horde coming in. Also, speaking of being not aggressive enough, I am actually going to attack Ramazan as well. The only ally of him is Hizen Kaifa, so that's quite a small alliance, and this guy is going to be integrated into Dulkadir as well. So let's just go ahead and do that as well. This is going to be a rather quick war as well. You can move there to Mosul. Hopefully you can catch him there. No, you cannot, sadly. Oh well. And that's a stack wipe. You go to Malatia again. Also, no. Let's recall the diplomat from Hejaz. I don't need him there. Okay, all sieges that are important have been dealt with. So let's see if Dulkadir can actually annex Adana. Yes, that works. Very nice. So let's get something out of he's in Kaifa, for example. War reparations. Trade steering doesn't matter that much, but I think that's going to be okay. Let's just send the demand and let's annex. He's in Kaifa for Dulkadir. 25 ducats as well for me. Thank you very much. And now let's see how much I am able to take from Ak-Kuyunlu once my pesky diplomat comes back. Let's see this one. And Raqqa. Can I take his capital? No. Maybe this one as well. Yeah, doesn't seem too bad. So he's going to stay in the mountains, but I'm actually too lazy in the to go to the Great Horde. So yeah, I'm just going to wait here, gather some aggressive expansion. Yeah, that's what I'm gathering by declaring wars and conquering. No, gathering the ticking war score. Now Ethiopia is threatening our trade. I don't care. Well, let's just let the time tick by and take care of our government reform. I think I will be taking the centralized bureaucracy. Thank you very much. And let's also have a look at the embracing of the institution. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. 540 ducats. I do have enough indeed. So let's just do that. Get rid of the technology penalties in the way. And let's take another advisor. Yes, I can afford that actually. No, I don't think Diplorep is going to be very useful for me, so I will be taking the trade efficiency, though he's not going to pay for himself. Not that that matters. Now I'm actually going to move one of my armies down into the Tunisian region, because I want to go and conquer some land of Tlemcen or Tunis, or preferably even both. Now problematic is that's because the Ottomans have a royal marriage with Tlemcen, and I don't want that to advance into a potential alliance, so I'll just have to get ahead of them. Now what do we have here? I gain a 3 philosopher, or I gain some bonuses in Aleppo. That's better actually. Hejaz is a 5th way of being annexed, that's very good. Have to keep an eye on that. I could in theory invest in an idea, though I'm not going to do that before I actually advanced the technology. Speaking of which, I can actually go to the Renaissance thought, but I am an idiot. I just took the 30% ahead of time penalty. That's idiotic. I should not have done that. Because I'm going to wait for taking an idea anyway, and I could have used some of that admin power for development of my countries, but alas, I'll have to deal with that now. Okay, I think actually I'm way too lazy to wait for this war to get enough ticking war score to actually be able to take Mardin. It's still on -30, and I don't want to the Great Horde. I don't want to go to the Great Horde. And he's actually going to give me his capital anyway now, so I don't see a reason to actually not end this war. Let's do that, get some bugs out of that as well. Thank you very much. Dulkadir has grown quite considerably. Let's get another army down here. And another one maybe down to Yemen. Who are you allied with? You have quite a sizable alliance, actually. Minus 28 even now. Yeah, I don't think that Yemen is actually a viable source for diplomatic vassalization. How much are his territories costing in war score? Let's see, what's the total combined war score? 54. So I may actually be able to vassalize them by military means. Who are his allies again? This guy. And these guys down there. No, I don't think they are quite a force to be reckoned with. So I think actually dissolving this alliance and going to... No, I don't need a marriage from Hijaz, thank you. And going to force vassalize them is the best way to go in the right now. Ottomans still at war with the Venetians. Oh wow, Venice has grown quite a lot. That's interesting. Okay, Tlemcen pieced out, and now these, I think he's just building cores over there. Oh, yes, he does not have a core there yet, and I'm going to take some of his coast. I'm not quite sure about how good that is in terms of keeping Castile off my back. I mean, I'm allied to Austria, but that doesn't mean much in the terms of European conflicts. Now, let's just go ahead and declare war. He has only got 6,000 people and a... Wait. He's got only a force limit of 8,000. I don't believe that. Well then. Let's go declare war. Let's get this over with, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4. Split the stack. You go there, and this 14 stack goes to this fort immediately. Now the army is coming down. You will be going to Sfax, I believe. Just in case I need you, actually. Depending on how much aggressive expansion I'm going to take with the territory I'm actually taking from the Mamluks, I will be having a look at declaring war on Tunis as well. What do we have here? The Dhimmi gain 10 influence or the Ulema gain 15 loyalty? But I gain +1 advisor and less advisor costs. I think that's okay. I forgot again to use my money. Well, let me spend some money right now, shall we? Let me build a barracks. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's quite reasonable for now. I actually wanted to spend some of my ducats to expand the port in Rashid. But that will have to wait until after the war. Also, I can detach you, and you can go after that. Go in there and there. Thank you very much. It's always important to be polite, is it not? That's the quantity ideas again. Yeah, it is. He's already at medium war enthusiasm. Oh, that's problematic. The Ottomans have a golden era. That's going to be very problematic for me. I got 2 more provinces under my control. Let's not expand too much. Hopefully. Actually, why am I not going to take my fleet over there and blockade the port? And there goes actually the siege. Let's destroy his navy. Not that that matters very much. And let's just give all of this to Jerit. Also to Jerit. Let's see. This is a state. To which state does that belong? Very good. Okay, let's give those to Jerit as well. And let's see how much I can take. I hope a lot. I need that to maybe scare Castile and Portugal off. Oh, actually, speaking of which, Morocco is at war with Portugal only. Wait. Okay, that must have been a Portuguese war. Yeah, you're the attacker. Okay. So, where's Tlemcen? Let's sue for peace. Let's see, how much can I take? Let's actually take Hodna and piece that out. Hodna has a salt deposit, which I think is quite nice, and let's give all of that to Jerit. Let's see, what else can I do? Return course to Mzab. Would you be willing to do that? No. And doesn't matter anyway. Give up claims, war reparations. No, I think that's a reasonable peace deal. Let's just go ahead. Thank you. Let's consolidate our armies again. And let's get my armies down. Ooh, I have left him in a province with attrition, sadly. Oh well. So I think for the next idea I am going to be taking the influence idea, considering I'm going to be playing with quite a lot of vassals in this game. Now this is not one of the strongest ideas, I think, but it's quite a reasonable idea. Now I think for the future the trade ideas is going to be quite important as well, especially when the colonial nations are going to gather quite a lot of trade power and steering that away from the Egyptian trade node, from the Alexandrian trade node. So that's something to keep in mind. For the administrative idea, I'm very uncertain about what I'm going to take. I mean, expansion is quite nice, but it's not entirely necessary. Maybe economic, humanist, or innovative idea, but I'm not sure about that. We'll worry about that when we are there, when it's going to be a problem. Now let's take the influence ideas, let's get it done with. How long do I need? 2 years still for the diplomatic technology. Now how much am I getting? Despite me annexing Hejaz, I'm still gaining +5. Really? Cost me only... oh, because I have only 2 diplomatic reputation, do I not? Where is it? Diplomacy, right? Bronze cannons from the Ottomans, so that's something to worry about. And I have apparently finished the high income mission, which is going to give me a construction cost and construction time for 25 years. That's very good. Build some buildings, have 5 mosques and 5 workshops. I think I can do that. Well, let's go ahead and build, expand upon this natural harbor, please. And let's go build some more mosques then. Though they are not as strong as the... oh, I would only need 1. Do I see that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay, I need only 1 mosque. They are not as strong as the workshops currently, so let's just go ahead and build a few more workshops as well. How is my land units looking? Still 2 above, but I think we should be getting there once my allies are actually going to core their territories. You would still not be willing to vassalize because of... No, I would be at -9 if we were to ally you, but I don't think that's actually reasonable. No, I'm sorry, Yemen, not today. Sadly, Tunis is allied to the Ottomans again, but they are in war with Portugal, so maybe Portugal is going to, well, that is, if they win this war, is going to break their relation up. But with Tunis out of the game for conquest, actually, for now at least, I'm actually going to go and expand my other vessel, Mercuria, and I'm going to immediately declare that war, because Ethiopia would actually not be joining. Now they are only at -3, but I think my vessel should be able to handle a 4,000 infantry stack. So let's just go right ahead and do that. And I have a technology, but I will be waiting for that 1 or 2 years, depending on if my next door vessel is actually going to be taking that as well. Now, why are you both going that way? You just stay back, please. I don't need that many troops anyway, now that Ethiopia is not going to attack. I'll just move there. I meant to build a fort down here, but oh well. Live and learn. You can go right to his capital. Our coast has been raided by the knights. Oh well. Sadly, now that because of me breaking my alliance with the Mamluks, with Yemen, I actually do have a truce with them, so I'm not able to conquer them until 1480. I'm not going to lose stability, thank you. I will be needing my mana. Thank you very much. And this battle has actually been won, very good. I'm going to catch his army over there. They did raid my coast again. Oh, yes, that's us, because I forgot to actually hunt pirates in Alexandria again. I can actually purchase another ability. Oh yes, highly developed colonies is, I think, pretty useful. Combat bonus in terrain of capital, which is, I think, farmlands. Aggressive expansion impact, I think, is going to be... Oh, claims bordering claims is quite good as well. Transfer subject. Actually, I'm going to go for justified wars, because I'm actually going to be declaring quite a lot of wars. Now let's get this war quickly done with, please. One of you goes there, one of you goes there, and the big stack. Well, I think 34 aggressive expansion is actually quite reasonable. That's not very much. So I'm going to take that as well. Let's send the demand, and my vessel grows yet again. Now let's send you maybe there. He just wants another royal marriage. No, that's not going to happen. You're going to be integrated rather soon. Let me just further advance my military ideas of the quantity. Let's increase my manpower recovery speed. Not that that is going to matter very much right now, but for the future that's going to be very important. Now that I do have enough military power, and it's still 12 years time that I need until I've got... until I can advance the military technology anyway. Now, that is that for today. We did expand quite nicely in 3 other wars, and I think I actually kept my promise with being a bit more aggressive. Now, I'm not going to play much of the game in off-screen, because I will soon be actually... declaring war on Yemen and vassalizing them, and then maybe declaring even more wars on his neighbors. Now, sadly, they will be having a truce with Dawasir by the after the war with Yemen, but what can you do, Al? Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you will be sticking around for the next one, and I will see you then. Goodbye.